Alright, so for something nobody asked for, this is what I carry with me. We start with a GoPro 10 that is not in its case because it's right there. That clips onto here, which is my go-to GoPro mount for whenever I need something to be filmed, because it works for 80% of what you need. Now we're going to work from front to back, and then we're going to go to the accessory pack, which is on the strap. Starting at the front, I didn't have a good spot for this in the bag, so it sits on the outside of the bag. My personal favorite screwdriver from Klein for precision work. Little tech driver, simple, simple. My personal flavor of Nerd Griebling. And here we have the only utensil I actually keep in here, which is a pair of chopsticks. They're practical. A power brick, I believe this is 30 watts, and two cables, a C to C and a A to C, so that I can charge whatever's in my bag. And that is it for the front pocket. Looking into the first major pocket, we have a buff, because I work in the sun, a battery bank. This is a Nebo 74 watt hour ish. It's enough to charge anything I need. An eraser. I do not know if you can get these in the States yet. I bought this on a trip to Japan. It has become my favorite very quickly, along with a matching zebra pencil, 0.5. Gel pen in red, Zebra 750. A Milwaukee marker, because permanent markers are great, and those are weirdly enough cheaper per unit than Sharpies most places near me. A dry erase marker. Anytime you need to explain something to somebody and you don't want to use up your notebook paper, find a window. These work great. And then you can make edits while you're doing stuff. I do not have a ruler in here. I use this as a straight edge. It's straight enough for what I do. And it doubles as a calipers for basic tasks. I don't smoke. Never have. Fire. And to go with fire, thank you to Chris Bowden. I now carry glue sticks. I found these helpful a couple times. I appreciate your input on that. A little bit of electrical tape. At my work, I use purple as my personal color because we don't do enough commercial work to need lots of different phases, so we give each member of the crew their own color to deal with. We have the most questionable item. I am not very good at lockpicking, and I haven't really used these much yet, but I have them with me because I like having them with me. There was once that I needed to get into a cabinet, and those helped me. I don't carry wire nuts. I keep a couple inlines, mostly because I threw them in my bag because they were in my pocket and getting annoying, and I never took them out. Reach in our little sorter pocket. We have, there we go, a micro SD reader for my camera. I normally keep an extra SD there, so I can use it as a flash drive if I need. My extra lead for my pencil. And that should be it for first plug. Second bucket. I cannot remember the last time I used this. I don't take enough pictures of myself to use this. But I put it in my bag for a trip with my family, and I never took it back out. screwdriver multi-bit because I am poor and I cannot afford to wear one. My favorite pliers in the whole entire universe. If there's anything the multi-tool I keep on my belt can't do, these can probably do it. Short tape, 12 foot. I rarely go anywhere without a 25 foot on me, but 12 foot. Extra bits that are not in the handle of my screwdriver. A notebook with grid paper, starting back here, and a black gel pen. And that is it for the rear pocket. Keep in the side pocket right here, all by its lonesome, a handkerchief for drying hands, holding to cuts, and whatever else you need a piece of cloth for. It's essentially a rag. Then this pocket is my very, very basic, I have a headache or I have a bruise pocket. So we have a little bit of stretch wrap, various little odds and ends, band-aids, tweezers that have been filed and sharpened, so they are useful for small things. My go-tos for headaches, which are ibuprofen, and this is aspirin, acetaminophen, and caffeine. I would recommend if you don't have heart problems. A couple gauze, and more random packets of antibiotics and burn cream and hand sanitizer. Over here, we have a tag, because I am a little bit nervous about this bag getting swiped. And that's it for the main bag. And this is a custom bag that one of my siblings helped me with because I do not sew. I need to learn. It goes over the strap and it holds most of my camera equipment. I have a small package with some lenses, CPL filters, ND filters, focus modifiers, a cloth, and another cloth. We keep a GoPro Stubby, which I don't think I've ever used. I've used it more than this, the selfie stick from 360, but it is just a little too lightweight as far as the extension goes for the GoPro with my preferred housing on it. Extra batteries, 3 in a charging case. Zeiss wipes for the camera and my phone primarily. A remote because I'm very rarely doing something with my camera where I can press the shutter button because I'm too far away from it. That's it for the main pocket. The last thing in a pocket all by its lonesome, because I use this for my phone and wallet when I don't want them in my pockets, is a lens pen. This is what's with me 90% of the time. That's my second line gear. First line gear, wallet. I keep 150 in cash, minimum. You never know when you're just gonna need to find a ride home. 150 in cash usually gets you there. I don't need to show the bidding on those because I don't want to. It's my keys, car, etc. A couple bit holders for when I'm at work. Nothing fancy. My go-to pocket knife, little flip blade from Klein. It's like 20 bucks. It's cheap, which is the reason I use it, because I know I can replace it. A multi-tool, a Super Tool 300. I was gifted probably 10 years ago almost, and it's still rocking my belt. As far as job-specific equipment, I have a tick tracer that I keep on me because it's what I use all the time. There's really no reason I need this on me all the time, but I put it in my pocket and I forget it's there. And finally, weirdly enough, since there's no flashlights in any of my second line gear, my first line gear has a flashlight. This was a gift from my boss, which the reason is because it has a green laser, which is just a little better for daytime use. My go-to before this was a Coast in the same form factor. I liked that one a little better for the battery life. The battery life on this isn't great, but the green laser makes it worth it to carry. And then last item is headphones, because it's impossible to go through this life without headphones. I have so many times found myself absolutely needing to disappear in a public space, and wearing headphones makes that socially acceptable for whatever reason. And a phone. Ignore the fact I don't have a case. I had an OtterBox, and my OtterBox actually delaminated the screen. So I'm running this till it dies, and then I'll go back to my S10. And that's it for first line gear.